Today I thought it would be interesting to talk about fitting in. Okay. I have been trying to fit in since I was a pre-adolescent. When I was in probably preschool, honestly, like I can remember some situations in preschool where I was trying to fit in. And that's kind of crazy because I was like 4 years old. Oh my God. I just had my own realization that I have been trying to fit in for pretty much my whole life. Oh my God. Okay. I'll talk about that with a therapist. Anyways, so the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic was because I feel like have grown into a new period of my life where I have new friends, a new life than what I have been used to. In a really good way. I feel like my friendships are better than ever, I would say, because they're built off of authenticity rather than the opposite of that. So like not being authentic. Sorry guys. Okay. Please just bear with me in this episode, but I'm not even gonna. I warned you. This is your warning, so click off if you want. Okay, anyways, so, and I feel like it would be helpful to kind of share my experience on fitting in and like some tips. Maybe not tips, just like my perspective, my take on it, and yeah, take with it what you will because whatever. Anyways, so like I said, I have been trying to fit in since preschool, and I think that it's normal for humans to want to fit in because we were created to connect with other people. Like that's something that we have to do is connect with other humans to survive, I guess. Whatever they say about it, I don't know. I'm not an anthropologist, but that would be cool if I was. But that's what I did learn in anthropology when I took it in college, was that we were born to connect with other humans. And, or not born, but like, it's inbred in us, embedded in us to connect with others. And one way to do that is to, or one way that I always did that in my life was to act as though I was someone I thought that person wanted me to be. That's like the definition of fitting in, right? I'm actually going to look up the definition of fitting in because I want to make sure that I have it correct. Like to match well with your surroundings or to find what are you talking about, Google? Literally, you're dumb. Okay, never mind. I like my take on it. I like my definition better. Anyways, so we kind of know the reason why we try to fit in. And I think like, especially if you go to a public school or something, like it's kind of your top priority to have friends and to have your group, or like to have your group of friends, because you want school to be a good place to be. And to do that, you want to have friends. So like, I think that for me, I'm just going to talk about my experience because I don't know anyone else's experience, but it's probably universal. I don't know. For me, it was a lot of trying to be someone I thought others wanted me to be. And what that brought was inauthentic friendships, which those aren't fun because you're not being your true self. And like when you're not being your true self, life is not fun at all. I promise you, it is absolutely boring and exhausting. For one, for two, it's very exhausting because like you're pretty much trying to be someone that you're not. Like, that's literally how silly is that? That is so silly. And yeah, so the reason why I'm bringing this up is because of my current kind of situation, and like even new friends that I've been meeting. It's like it's starting to become a habit of mine to right off the bat be myself. And one part that I still need to work on is if like there's a cute guy or something and I want to impress him, or like sometimes I'm like, oh, if I do this then he'll think it's cute. But like if I'm weird then he wouldn't think that's cute. But like being weird is being myself, because I am very weird. And I'm proud of that. Like, I'm weird in a good way, not in a bad way of like calling myself weird in a bad way. But that is one part that I'm still trying to improve on, because girl, like obviously I want to have friends and like be with a guy because they like me for who I am, not for who I think that they want me to be. You know what I mean? And so like that's like the biggest thing for me of why I wanted to learn to just be myself in front of people. And honestly, it also helped me to do that by finding friends and like finding people who are very comfortable in their own skin. Because I remember high school being like, everyone's trying to impress everyone, and understandably so, babe. Like, it's high school. And so it's like all my friends were not themselves. So we were all kind of like putting on different faces, different personalities so that we could fit in. Right? Sorry, I'm just having some coffee right now. Some iced coffee. Because I'm so tired. I also woke up at 8:45 this morning. Like, what? That's late for me because I'm a grandma. Anyways. And I'm still really tired. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about what happens when you try to fit in, even just a little bit, and like what happens. Honestly, like for me, I feel worse. Like, I feel exhausted. I feel like when I want to hang out with a friend and I know that I haven't shown them my like actual personality, because maybe I might be like embarrassed or like not fully comfortable yet or something. I don't really want to hang out with them, because I'm like, I don't want to have to try and fit in to hopefully get this person to like me, or like all of that stuff. See, you just end up feeling worse. Worse about yourself too, because you're not being true to yourself either when you're not being your true self, because you're like kind of degrading yourself because you think you're not good enough to be yourself. Does that make sense? Like, sorry. It makes sense in my membrane. But this lyric from a song keeps coming to my brain that when I think about this topic, which is from Olivia Rodrigo's new album. Yes, it's so good. And I've never really listened to Olivia Rodrigo, but this album has been on repeat over and over and over. And there's a song on the album called Begged, and I guess it's like the chorus or like the bridge. I don't even know what it's called. But it goes, hold on. I knew that when I was going to like just say it, I would forget it because I'm not singing it. It goes like, frick. I need to look it up because I don't want to say it incorrectly because that's plagiarism. Wait, no. That's not plagiarism. Literally do not talk to me right now. Okay, so it goes, but nothing's quite enough when I know that to get it, I begged. And like that, even though I'm not ultimately on my knees begging for a friendship, but like I kind of am because I'm trying to do anything that's possible to like get their validation, not validation, ew, get their like friendship or, you know, to have them like me. And I'm not begging, but it's like, you know, you're not being yourself. Like you're trying to be someone else to have them like you. You know what I mean? So it's like, in a way that's kind of begging in my eyes. And so like, and it'll never be enough either. Like the friendship will never be enough when you're not being yourself because it just won't be enough in so many ways. Like you won't be able to fully connect in probably the ways that you both want to connect. Like even just, you won't be able to maybe have like full conversations about what you're passionate about because maybe you never like fully expressed what you were passionate about because maybe you were embarrassed or something. And I've had that a lot with like things that I'm truly passionate about and I don't even mention it like for the whole friendship because I'm like, what will they think? Or because I think it's weird that I'm passionate about this like this thing that's completely normal. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like you won't be able to fully connect and that just won't be a good time. And I'm not like saying that. One thing is like surface level friendships can be good for like short periods of time for like having fun. I've had a lot of surface level friendships where it's like you guys don't get into the details. You just, maybe there's like a specific friend that you go to the club with and you guys can dance and have a really fun time and that's your club friend. And like that's surface level. Maybe you don't get into like, I don't know, like the philosophy of ancient Rome. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's a friend for just going to the club. But then your other friend in your history class is you guys have just like historic conversations or like conversations about the universe and you guys talk about that. Like, I feel like I think that there could be different levels to friendship. Like, not every friendship needs to be really deep, but anyways, I still think that you should still be yourself even in those surface level friendships. You know what I mean? Like maybe I shouldn't have said that because now I'm kind of like confusing myself because like you should be yourself in every friendship, but I mean, you don't have to share everything and like everything about yourself. But anyways, let's move on because now I'm confusing myself. So like I am curious, maybe you should ask yourself this, is like, what is the benefit of trying to fit in for you? Is there a benefit? And explore what you think that is and why you think that's a benefit. Because at the end of the day, like people, they're not going to know the true you. So, and 100% out of 100% of the time, in my experience, people will like you no matter what. Like, let's say that you start off the friendship with kind of like being someone else or like trying to fit in the ways that you do. And then you're like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to be myself. You know, like this is exhausting. And so that's what you do. Every time I've done that, my friend, if they're like a true friend or like a, you know, a genuine person that cares and stuff about me, they still stayed my friend. Yeah. And they still like me to this day. And I don't know, I think that it's always way bigger in my head too, like thinking that all, like assuming all these things, mind reading essentially of what they think of me, what, you know, all that stuff. It's always bigger in my head because then they always still like me, even though when I'm still like, I still be myself. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Also, I feel like a subgroup of this is peer pressure, and peer pressure I feel like literally comes from wanting to fit in. You want to seem cool, and you know, you want to seem cool in front of your freaking friends that are going skateboarding and like staying out late or sneaking out and stuff, and you want to be cool too. So maybe you try and do some of that stuff with them, and you're like, this is not really my vibe. Maybe deep down you really didn't want to do any of that, but you do it anyways because you want to seem cool in front of these people. That's another way of being inauthentic. Like not listening to what you want to do in any and all situations is what I've come to realize is like when you don't listen to what you truly want to do and you listen to like what you think you should do or what you think other people wants you to be doing, that's all, girl, I promise, like you're not gonna get the fulfillment from that. I am actively learning that right now, like in this very moment. Okay, I am actively learning that, so, and experiencing it. Anyways, so, and yeah, peer pressure, and like let's do a little situation. No, yeah, like let's do an example of a situation. Okay, let's say that you hate drinking alcohol and your friends invite you out to go to the club. And let's say you love going to the club because you love dancing, but you hate drinking. Are you going to go and drink because all your friends are going to drink too? Like, you know that they're going to drink. You want to seem cool. Or are you going to listen to what you truly want to do, which is not drink, but you still want to go to the club and dance? And if your friends are like, you're being so boring because you're not drinking, blah, 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 then are you going to drink? Girl, no. Like, you have to listen to what you truly want to do. And that's just like one situation of many, one example of many. And one that I have been in many times of like, I hate drinking. And like, but I love dancing at the club. Okay, that's honestly one of my favorite hobbies. Yeah. So like you like, okay, maybe my advice to you is ask yourself, what are you doing that just feels not fully you? Or like, what are you doing that you feel like you're doing to try and fit in or like get a friendship out of someone? Or ew, why did I say it like that? Like, say that you're trying to be friends with someone and they do things that you don't really want to do, but you still want to be friends with them. Like, ask yourself if you're doing those things or like if you're being authentic to yourself. And also, like, it takes time, babes. It takes time. It has taken me a lot of time to practice over and over with so many friendships, to practice just being myself, like being cringe, saying things and like stuttering and just being like, okay, I stuttered, whatever. Or like a conversation not going as well as you thought, like just like being comfortable being yourself, literally being comfortable being yourself. And it's taken me so much practice, and I still have a lot of practice to do. Yes, I do. I'm not saying that I'm really good at this and that I've perfected this and like, here's my advice, but it is something I'm still actively learning, like, especially with guys that I have a crush on, for example, and being myself around them. Or, yeah, there's a lot of things in that department I still need to work on. You could at least be like working towards it, you know? And that's what I am doing. Is there anything else I want to say about this topic? Oh, and also too, babes, like online. If you're online on the maybe YouTubes or like making videos or podcasts or anything, I want to challenge you to be your truest, most messiest self, because I literally swear to the heavenly lords of St. Jude's that doing that, like, just, oh my gosh, I'm so serious. Like, it makes it way more fun to create, and it connects you with the right people. And I can't even stress this enough. It just connects you with the right people when you show up fully as yourself and you're not like trying to be in a way that society, I'm doing air quotes with my hand right now, society like wants your content to be. If that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. Like, okay, an example is when I first started my YouTube channel, I was making videos based on how I thought I should be making videos. And like, it's kind of like what you're around is what you'll do. It's like I was watching a lot of videos of people. There was just not a lot of authenticity in the videos. It was kind of like on the script, not messy, perfect life, air quotes again, perfect life online. And that was that. And I was like, this just doesn't feel right. And that also took me a long ass time to finally be like, I am completely done with, and it's actually cringe to me now to be not myself on camera or like in any type of video I'm making or anything. It feels very cringe to me and weird now to try and do something or be someone that I'm not. So that's another thing that I feel like is important, and that just came to me to mention is like, yeah, ask yourself what kind of videos you're making, and are they actually you? Or are they some YouTuber that you saw that you think is doing really well? Yeah, maybe they are performing really well, but it's like that doesn't it might not work for you. You should try being yourself. And also, like, I feel like I have been loving this because I feel like we're coming to a time where people are so sick and tired of seeing those perfect lives on the internet. And people are really, really, I almost said tapping into, I don't really like that word, but they're tapping into just being messy, being human. We're humans. We're not AI robots. We're not. And like, that's what's beautiful about humans, okay? I'm serious. There needs to be a poem about that. That like humans and their messiness and their quirkiness and their authenticity is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Way more gorgeous than the opposite of that. Okay? Sorry. I am just apparently very passionate about this topic, especially talking about it online and making videos and stuff. Maybe I'll talk about this more in the future. Probably. But anyways, especially if you're young and maybe you're a woman, please, like, girl, I promise you, you're still going to have so many friends. You're still going to have a lot of people that love you and everything when you show up as yourself, because at the end of the day, that always wins. And like the right people will find you in that way because you're being authentic. And even with your audience on your YouTube channel or your TikTok or something, the right people will find you. Literally the only types of videos I ever like to watch are videos of people being really just themselves, just full on being like people that say, oh, maybe you shouldn't have shared this on the internet. I love those types of videos, actually. Like, please keep sharing those videos because they're amazing. They're amazing. They're authentic. They're human. So, anyways, I just keep talking in circles right now. So, I am going to end this podcast. But hopefully anything that I said made sense. I really don't think it did because I feel like I'm still getting used to this podcast thing. Like it is something I'm still trying to get used to, TBH. But anyways. Well, I'll see you next week. I am thinking of posting every Friday. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Peace. Be yourself.